growth is so key in this life, and so many people don't realize that it's not more money, it's not more time. Like, yes, we talk about more, getting more time for your family and da da da, but like, honestly, like, that's the key to life, growing spiritually, physically, mentally, all those areas. Like, we need to grow,
Absolutely. Yeah, to meet full capacity, like to meet
yes,
your like your destiny, your purpose, to meet it.
yes,
And I agree. You have to constantly keep, like you said, feeding your spirit, feeding your mind with off of these speakers, you're feeding off of that, and then you're sharing it with others. So in that process, you're growing. I've learned that in teaching others, I grow myself,
yes.
right?
Yep. Yep. I think, well, teachers actually tend to be the ones that learn the most, because you
Yeah.
have to not only learn the lesson, but then you have to like internalize it and analyze it and everything. And so
Yeah.
yeah, I think, and I've taught like Sunday school since I was 18.
Really?
Like, why? I don't have any knowledge or experience, but I swear God was preparing me for something greater. And
It's so true.
had no idea, but look at look now. Like, I'm like, I have no problem speaking in front of people. I used to be like the worst in public speaking. I was terrified. I would like have hives come out. Like, that's how bad I was. I hated public speaking, but like, he was preparing me. He was like, little positions, like getting me ready.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I teach Sunday school too, and I know all about it. My class is 3 to 6 year olds, so
Uh,
they're not as critical as the
oh,
older kids.
more creative though.
Yeah, and their attention span's a little bit, smaller, so I have to keep them active. But yeah, like you said, it taught me, and I learned so much just from putting together my little, activities to do with them.
Yeah.
And going into it, I thought the same thing. I was like, who am I to teach them? Like, I'm still learning. And I got a little push from somebody. They were like, no, 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 you can do it. You're going to be great. And now I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And
I'm
that's,
still working on the public speaking aspect of it. I'm like you. I get so nervous.
yeah. And yeah, it wasn't until like this, like last couple years, honestly, I was still nervous. And I still get nervous, but that's part of the growth, is just getting through the fear of doing those uncomfortable things. And that's part of growth. And that's why now I don't like say no to things, even though I'm terrified, my heart is pumping. I'm like, all right, this is an opportunity.
Yeah,
This is not
absolutely.
like,
And then when you get positive feedback, it just is like, okay, so maybe I wasn't so bad.
right, right. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I was giving some time to see for the other ladies to show up, but I know that they've been kind of all over the place and messaging me, and so I'm
Yeah,
recording this, so if you don't mind, if that's okay with you.
I don't mind.
All right,
Just
cool.
excuse the way I look right now.
That's good. I look like crap too, and I'm sick, and I'm flu right now. Yeah, you look
Oh,
good.
you look great.
But yeah, so I'm recording it so that they can watch after, and I'd like to save people time, and so the easier I can make things for people, the better. um well, this is pretty cool, because you've actually already invested in yourself, in your health. So this process is going to be a lot easier for you. But for those that haven't invested in their health, I'm gonna be speaking like if you haven't invested in your health, just so that they understand which way they need to go. But for you have like a huge step that you already like kind of skipped over, and you're like, all right, I can get started now, right? So today I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about coaching and what it's done for me, and how you can utilize this platform for your own purpose and mission. And one of the things that I've learned through this journey is that everybody's purpose and mission is, like you said, is totally different. Just because we use coaching, Beachbody Coaching, as a platform doesn't mean that we're all doing the same thing. Yes, we use the same products, but we're doing it in our way. And that's the part that I love, because I can be myself. I can share my own way, and I can help people in a specific way. And I'll talk a little bit more about that and how you can do that as well. But before I did that, I wanted to give each of you an opportunity. And I know it's only one, so that's good because it saves us some time, but give you an opportunity to share a little bit about your story, what got you here. And then I know your story a little bit, but giving an opportunity for the other ladies to kind of get to know you as well. and give them confidence to share their story as well when I talk to them. But yeah, what brought you here in the first place, and why are you interested in an opportunity like this?
I think it's just the space where I'm at right now in my life. Like, I'm ready to take on a mentee. Like, I've been mentored and I've been coached, including you. Like, I know I haven't known you for that long, but I've already been so inspired and motivated by you. And I think the space where I'm at right now is now I want to do that for somebody too.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And can you share a little bit about who you like, how your family is? Like, I know you mentioned you have one child, but how old, what issues or what your goals are? Because I know you mentioned like your physical goals, and also maybe career goals.
Yeah, so I am a single mom of a 6-year-old. She's going on 15. I feel like she's growing up so fast.
Yeah.
And she really is pushing me also to get healthier. We lost my dad last year, and she was very shaken by it because he had a heart condition. And so she wants me to be healthy. She has like this fear now of losing me, and she wants me to live longer. And I also had a wake up call. I dealt a lot with emotional eating and depression, and so it took me all this time to finally just jump over that hurdle. And I've realized that basically you have to come to terms with what it is that you're doing first. Like, you take responsibility of those things, like whether it's a food addiction or a drug addiction or whatever it is, you have to take responsibility for what you're doing first so that you can really look at the reasons why, and heal. And so all of these processes that I've taken up until now have led me to overcome that, and I'm still overcoming it. It's not easy. But now I know the root. And so I can really look at that and, ask God for guidance and heal from that. And He has been healing me from that. So that's where my process is right now. As far as career, I'm also in between career. I am a licensed real estate agent in Massachusetts, but I'm taking a career change. Now I'm going back to school. And I'm taking legal courses because I like advocating for people. Initially, I wanted to go into the legal aspect to work for a closing attorney. But now that I'm in the courses, I see like so much more opportunity either in immigration or just serving as an advocate for Spanish-speaking people. So that's where I'm at right now, career-wise. I'm just taking step by step to see what it is God wants me to do. I am excited about the future. I feel like my season is changing, and I don't know exactly what's happening in my next season, but I know it's going to be good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that. That's cool. You mentioned that about the school and attorney and advocate. And that's one thing I didn't know about you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, that's so cool. And that's crazy. You mentioned, like, you don't know the end result, but you just kind of have faith and you have something planted in your heart and you take steps towards it. And then it kind of like leads you into the direction you're meant to go. Right. Yeah. And so that's awesome. So I wanted to share, and I love to like learn where everybody's at, because this is what's cool about this opportunity of coaching, is that you don't have to be in the health and fitness industry to be a coach. Yeah, I personally am in nursing, medical background, but doesn't mean that you have to be. There are coaches that are attorneys, that are college dropouts, that are I don't know, like there's a corporate America who worked in an office, and some of them are personal trainers, and so they all come from different backgrounds, and there's something led them to this opportunity for different reasons, whether it was financial, whether it was more time, whether it was community, whether it was just they wanted to work on themselves, and then they, like you mentioned, they felt so good they want to help other people feel that way. My personal reason and I share it all the time. It's like I said, I always say I'm an open book. But my reason was a lot of it was mental health. I didn't think about coaching because of mental health, but my journey started because of mental health. And also I was overweight. And so I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to improve my marriage. I wanted to improve our finances because I decided to leave my full-time job because I wanted to be home with the kids, and also leave my negative environment that I was working in before. And so I decided to work on me first. My coach at the time was like, within a month, it's like, Natalie, you need to be a coach. I'm like, heck no, I don't know what this is. I'm a nurse. I went to college. I'm educated. Like I was stubborn and prideful. Thank goodness she was very patient with me. And but I was very consistent with my workouts. I was very consistent in posting in the groups. I was very consistent. And I think that's what she saw. She's like, wow, Natalie, you're a very consistent person, right? And that's honestly like the real prerequisite, right? Is consistency. There's no experience you need. There's no like I said, you don't need any of that fitness and health aspect because all that is already given to each person that signs up. But for me, it was when I saw the shift in my mindset, and I went from this very anxious, always moody, always yelling at my kids mentality. And I didn't realize it was my depression and my anxiety that were put me in that place. When I saw a shift and I felt a lot happier, and my husband, like, I didn't have to hear him always telling me, like, complaining, like, you need to relax. You need to, like, and yeah, it's like worst thing that a man can say to a woman. But
yes, it is.
But I would get mad initially, and I would get so upset. I'm like, he just doesn't understand me. He doesn't know how much I have on my plate, blah, blah, blah. But then once I calmed down, I realized, like, wow, Natalie, you really need to, like, figure this out, right? Like, just like you mentioned, what's the root cause of why you're feeling like this? And it went deeper than physical. It was a lot of things I was dealing with. But that's when my journey started, and working on me physically, then transitioned to my mental development. And once I started to see that, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. And then, I decided to become a coach, not knowing, again, what the potential was, but I knew that I wanted to help other people feel better, just overall. And that's kind of how my journey started. And I still work as a nurse, so you don't have to leave your job. But some people choose to. And I'll talk a little bit more about income and all that in a second. But so that's kind of how my journey started as a coach. I've been doing it now for 3.5 years. And it's transitioned, like I said, into something I never imagined, like my nonprofit organization and all this stuff that has kind of bloomed from this opportunity. Beachbody never gave me those things. It was just something that was planted in my heart. And I think, again, each decision I made has been a stepping stone to the next one, and so for me, I can see this opportunity growing more than what I was initially given. And for me, it's a gift. And that's why I share it. And that's why I want other people to have an opportunity to also flourish because of this. And I don't know what the outcome is going to be with you, if you were to become a coach, or you are already signed up as a coach. So that's a little different for you, but I'll explain that in a second. But for those that are not signed up at all, haven't started on the health journey or anything like that, when you sign up, you have two decisions. You can decide sign up as a client, a customer, or a coach. There are perks. You get discounts as a coach, and so people just do it for discount, but other people do it to work the business. And so that's specifically what I'm talking about today. So before I go ahead, I want to share a video real quick, just so you guys can see a little bit about our culture and what our purpose is, and then we can talk a little bit more about it. So I'm going to share my screen and see if hopefully this works. Just let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Black right now. Okay.
Being a Beachbody coach is the most rewarding job on the planet. You can start changing people from the inside out and help them start having confidence.
For me to truly shine and be my best self was being a coach. With Beachbody and coaching, you feel good. Other people are noticing that. And then you have the ability to turn around and help them feel that good. We have to be willing to share and help others while we're on our own journey. I gained just a new oomph inside of me where I'm like, you know what, I want to help more.
to be able to just give other people that community and that support and that love and that passion is so fulfilling to me. You're helping these people and you're seeing people's lives change, and what you're doing every single day makes a difference. I want to help as many people as possible do this. It's too good to keep secret.
What would the world be like if everyone was living to their full potential, if everyone was following the vision and the purpose that was in their heart?
I just have people on my team that have changed their lives, and to watch that and know that I have played a part in that is so amazing. There's like not even words that can describe how cool that is.
So super short and sweet. There's other videos you can look up to just if you wanted to like look more on the detail of Beachbody coaching. But Beachbody introduced coaching about 10 years ago. And I'm sure you know before that it was the P90X, Insanity. And it all started with infomercials. But then they saw an opportunity where people were sharing their results and people were purchasing because of people sharing their story. And they realized, wow, we should really pay these people that are work. And that's kind of how coaching came about. And they decided they wanted to provide an opportunity for people that were getting healthy already and were doing this and to get an income and if they want to make a living off of it. So that's pretty much a little bit of the story on Beachbody. And honestly, like you've gotten an opportunity to see some of the programs. You've done it before, even before starting with me. So you kind of know the culture and what our purpose is. But for those that haven't been part of Beachbody or done any of their programs, you know, their ultimate mission is to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. Now, I added to that my own purpose and my own mission, and it's a little bit longer than that. I just switched it up a little bit on my Instagram, and this morning I was like, I need to make it super short and sweet, and so I decided to pretty much say I want to help every woman. Let me see, I have to memorize it, but I'm helping women become greater leaders of their life. And so that's my personal purpose. I'm doing it through fitness. I'm doing it through personal development. I'm doing it through my live, my empowering events. So that's kind of like how I've used my own twists to coaching. But
I like it.
Yeah, but ultimately we're all trying to help other people grow and become better. And I know that fitness is a foundation to that. I don't care what you do. You know, fitness is the foundation to being a better mom, being a better wife, being a better CEO, being a better whatever, attorney. Like fitness is the answer. And it's crazy. In his book right here, Brendon Burchard's book.
I have to get that book.
Yes, and I'll give you the website because you can get it for free, like I said. One of his chapters on the number 2 habit for the top high performers in the world is generating energy. How do you generate energy? Exercise, nutrition. And I'm like, it's right here. Like, you know, like
I like that.
Yeah, like you want to tell people like this is it. You want the answer to performing better, to being a better everything. It's fitness, right? That's the foundation. But then obviously you got to add to that a little bit. And that's why I say I help people with personal development as well. But yeah, that's our ultimate mission, is helping people. And my personal niche is women. And that's who I'm serving. And that's kind of who I want in my team. You know, and my husband does these programs and he's awesome. He has his friends that do it, but I personally can't serve them because I can't relate to them. So my husband helps them. He helps them in his own way. He's a very great support system. But I wanted to also mention that one of the girls that I'm going to be sending this video to, she's a personal trainer, and my cousin's a personal trainer as well. And they've asked me, like, why do I need this if I'm a personal trainer? Like, I have my clients, I do one-on-ones. They actually like to do one-on-ones. And I'm like, that's awesome. You can continue doing your one-on-ones. You can continue training people at the gym, doing all that. But this is just an added resource you can give your clients. This is an added resource, like people that are too busy. Like, what do you do with the ones that can't show up 3 times a week, but they still have to work out, right? You give them these resources. And then if they want to meet with you once a week to give that one-on-one attention or just be in a group setting, you have the opportunity. Like, this is just an added resource. And that's how I look at it in my own personal, like, as a nurse. Like, this is an added resource for prevention, right? For helping people prevent diseases.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of like my goal, is to help people see that it doesn't matter what background you have. Like, if you are passionate about helping people in general, this is a great way to get you started, and then making it your own way. So let me jump into the money, because I know everybody always asks about the money. All right, let me share.
I actually didn't even know that I could get paid for that.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea until you said that, and I was like, really?
Servant's heart. Look at you. Like, you're like, I'll do this for free.
I was thinking that because so many people have already started asking me because they see like me posting on Facebook. And they're like, so what is this now? And I've already sent the links like through the emails and stuff. I didn't even know I could get paid for this. I'm like, what?
There's like top coaches that before we did before 10 years ago, because they've been doing these programs forever. They were sharing it, and they were obviously not making money, but they just loved it so much. They're like, oh yeah, girl. And then after the fact, they're like, oh my gosh, I had so many opportunities. Like, but you
could have made some money.
And you don't do this like I want to get paid. Like, you know,
right.
You all the people who have their intention of just money. But it's an opportunity to give people, like, it's like you giving back and they're giving you back, right? You're serving people. And so why not get paid for that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That. And I think a lot of people, when they have a problem with that, it's something else they have a problem with. They have a problem with money, you know, that relationship with money. So let me give you, I'm going to share my screen again. And I'm going to share what the compensation plan looks like. And this is going to be a little overwhelming. You're like, what is this? This is super confusing. But I wanted to just kind of break it down 4 ways that you can get compensation, that you can get paid as a coach. Now, before you read all this, and I can always send this information after, but let me actually stop, because this is probably distracting you. So what is the one way that most people get paid? Like hourly, right? Like hourly or salary, right?
Right.
For the most part, most people get paid hourly. They just get paid one way, right? And if you're in sales, then yeah, you get paid commissions and hourly. But that's pretty much it. As a coach, you have 4 ways to make money. So just think of that as opening up your mind a little bit, because a lot of people are so one-sided and realize, like, think that there's only one way to make money, and there isn't. There's multiple ways. So let me share the screen again, so I can share with you what those 4 ways of making money is. The first one is just straight up commissions. You know, you help people sign up with invest in a program, a challenge pack, they call it. You get challenge pack bonuses and commissions. And so they break it down, like the percentages, you know, the retail, the membership, like the breakdown of like how much you would make per challenge pack. And it can vary between $40 to $100 for just commissions. The second way is team cycle bonuses. And as you start to build a team, and a lot of people always ask me about this. They're like, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. It's not, because we're actually, with the pyramid scheme, you don't have product involved. What you have here, this is, you are building a team where people, you're building a team that they can make income on their own. So people under you can actually make more income than yourself. So that's why it's not like, if you think about it, corporations, like CEOs, nobody can make more money than them. That's technically a pyramid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how this is broken down, team cycle bonus. So there's like this calculation that they do, and based on how your team does, pretty much is a team effort. Like I can't do it alone. Like my team is the one that helped. We work as a team, and I'm a part of another team, and as a team we build our income. And so that's what's kind of cool, is that this is not a solo act. You need a team. And so it breaks it down like based on ranks, and then, you know, up to how much you can make. And my personal mentor and coach, she's actually sat down with me and showed me and how much she's up to, like, she's a 15-star diamond, and she makes over $12,000 a week.
What?
Yeah, and she's been doing this for 6 years. So that's the potential that's in this opportunity. And the reason, again, is because there's multiple ways to make an income. It's not just one way. There's also matching bonuses that they give you based on if your team, they help a certain amount of people, they match that. So you're not making money off your team members. Rather, Beachbody's giving you bonuses for your team working hard, pretty much. So it's
nice.
It's like a team effort, like I said. And then the last way is through star diamond bonuses. So as you start to move up into like where you see up here in this little chart where it says 1 star, 2 star, as you move up to the star diamond bonuses, you get additional bonuses on top of your regular income. So that's why so many people that coach, they're up in the 5 digits of income per week because they have these 4 ways. And then this breaks it down to like the ranks and what that is, but that you don't have to worry about right now. But that's pretty much the 4 ways. The 4 ways is through commissions, through team cycle bonus, matching bonus, and then star diamond bonuses. And again, when I first started this, I had no idea what all this stuff was. I was like, I just want to help people. But then I started getting a paycheck in each week. I'm like, oh, snap, I can make money with this. So I'm like, okay. Hey, it's adding to my income. And that it was really helpful, especially as a stay-at-home mom. And I was working less hours and stuff. And so for those people, like, that's nice. And then also for people that are working full-time, some people just want vacation money or they want to buy a house, whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter what your goals are, but it's an added opportunity to add to that, whether it's retirement, whatever. And so that's kind of, for me, it was a bonus. Like, I wasn't coming into this thinking like, oh, wow, I can really make, like, and that's why it's so different. Again, we're so accustomed to that one way of getting paid. And there's other ways. And that's why I always tell people, like, don't get so caught up in the, thinking one way, because honestly, we can all make multiple streams of income. I have my nursing, I have my coaching, right? And so I say that to people that are personal trainers, like, why would you limit yourself to just one income? And not only that, with personal trainers and or even just a regular job, like, you only get paid for what you worked for, the 40 hours or your 5 clients. But here you have potential of building residual income, pretty much money that you make while you're not working. So it's constantly building, with time. And so you have to have patience with that. You gotta learn the business. You gotta learn how it works. And that comes with training. And so that's my next piece that I wanted to talk about was, for those that are like, I have no experience, how do I start? How do I do this? The good thing is you don't do any of this alone. Like I said, it's a team effort. I run monthly coaching internships. I call it mentorship, where we do weekly mastermind calls. We help you to like build your foundation and then kind of show you the daily activities to do to start building your business. And we do it based on your schedule. So like if you say you can only do an hour, a week, then I'll be like, okay, it's going to be a lot slower to grow, but we can totally do an hour, and I'll tell you what to do exactly in that hour so that you can at least start building something until you can give more hours. So I know that's a big question I always get, is how much time do I have to give to this? That's all on you, how much time you want to give. You don't have to have 20 hours a week to do this. As you want to start growing, then yeah, you want to start giving a little bit more time. And that's where I'm at now. I'm 3.5 years into this. I give about 20, 30 hours a week to my business because I'm in that phase where I'm like, I'm ready to grow and become a greater leader and make a bigger impact, not just in the business, but like in the organization that I'm creating. So yeah, it doesn't matter how much time you can give. There's trainings. I provide you a template to follow. We pretty much anything that you need. And like I said, you'll be surrounded by other coaches that are just starting. There's ones that are kind of like in the middle. There's ones that are more advanced. And so like you kind of get put with the same group of people that you're starting with. Do you have any questions up to now? I know it was a lot of information.
No, a few things. I actually did not know that this was what catapulted you into other areas of business in your life. I think that's awesome. Just to see like how that's sort of launched you, that this was the foundation that launched you. And I think that's awesome. I love the fact that there's bonuses coming from a sales background. Because automatically I started thinking, if I have a team, then we can set goals and their incentive will be the bonuses.
Exactly.
So that's something that sparked my interest was the bonuses. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. And like I said, with the star, depending on the ranks, when your star diamonds, you get those bonuses quarterly on top of that. So it definitely can add up. And it's like I said, our team, we don't focus on the money. And some of my girls, they come in like they're super focused, not because they're money hungry, but rather they're so used to and I want to put this in a respectful way, the weekly paycheck. Right. And that weekly paycheck is exactly the same thing you get every single week. Right. And it's a little different this way because, again, thankfully you've been in sales before. So, that varies based on how you do. Right. So there has to be put effort. Right. This $12,000 a week doesn't just come magically.
Right.
It takes effort. And so, and Beachbody always follows every compensation with, this is all based on how much effort you put into the business, blah, blah, blah. They're legal, about
right.
legals. But yeah,
the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, exactly. It's all based on effort. But that's the thing is that we're all here part of it and we're all here as a team. And it's crazy what I love about this company and not only, the people that I work with, but nobody withholds information. Like if something is working for someone, another coach, they're like, hey guys, this is working for me. Here, I'm going to give you this. And
I love that.
Like everybody is so giving. Nobody's like, oh my gosh, I'm making so much money because I'm using this technique. I'm not going to share it with nobody. No, it's not that mentality. Rather, it's like everybody's succeeding and they're like, here, use this, and they give you resources after resources. Sometimes some of my girls get overwhelmed and I'm like, take one step at a time. But yeah, that's pretty much, that's why I always tell people, it doesn't matter where you're coming from. You're going to be able to grow no matter where you're starting. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the most part that I wanted to share. And when it comes to signing up, you personally already all set to start if you wanted to today, because you already signed up. But for those that haven't signed up, what signing up means is you signing up. What's the investment, right? What's the investment to start your business? And honestly, it's just investing in your own health. You're not paying thousands of dollars to open a brick and mortar where, you're opening a loan and you have to put $100,000 into this brick and mortar store. You are just investing in your own personal program. And the programs vary between $160 to $220 if you wanted. So you don't have to start at the higher end. All it is just investing again in your own program, working on yourself, and then that's pretty much it. And then there's a monthly fee, the coaching monthly fee, which is $15, and that is to maintain your website. So Beachbody provides you your own personal website that you can direct your clients, that you can direct customers or even other coaches that want to coach to your links, and that directly they sign up and everything. So they maintain all that for you. You don't have to do any of that. So that $15 is honestly for that. And I also consider it like a BJ's membership, right? You get discounts, 25% discount on all the products. So that's the perk as well with coaching. So to sign up, again, it's just figuring out what your personal goals are. And you personally, and again, you signed up with, I'm trying to think now off the top of my head. You didn't do the 2B Mindset sign up. You did. Yeah,
I did. I did the 2B Mindset.
Yeah, you did the full 2B Mindset. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Vanessa did, oh my gosh. Francia did the 2B Mindset, Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's so many other options though. You can do Beachbody and Shakeology. You can do Beachbody and, On Demand and the performance line. It depends on where your needs are. So that part comes on one-on-one and figuring out what your goals are and what the best package will be for you. It's personalizing it for you. As for you, because you already signed up as a coach, all you have to do is get put into my mentorship program, the internship program, and you can get started in the trainings and weekly mastermind calls, which usually are about an hour each week. And there we talk about how to connect with more people or marketing or whatever it is that we're struggling with at the time. We kind of just feed off each other and share what's working, what's not. And then we kind of keep each other accountable. so that's the easy part for you. That's pretty much what you would have to do. And for everyone else, then we kind of just figure out what program, get you signed up, and then I can put you into our internship and get started there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Yeah. So any other questions you have?
No, I think you were very thorough. I mean, it's a lot of information, but yeah, I'm excited and I'm in.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, if you have those people, hopefully they haven't gotten anything yet. So you can be like, wait a minute, let me send you the right link. So you can
I can, because I saw them yesterday at church and they're like, so how's this going again? And I was like, did you get my email? And they're like, no, I'll send it again.
Good. So we can talk offline and I can show you how to do that.
Yeah.
You get to set up your account and make sure that you have your own, you can do direct deposit, make sure that's set up first. And so we'll talk offline after that. Show you how to make sure you're set up, and then you can send them the right links, so you can get credit for yourself, for sharing that, and also you can add them to our group, and everything else. So yeah, the resources are there. You can just add your people to our group, our challenge group, so that way you don't have to do any of that work. It's already there. Honestly, but my goal is to make it as smooth and simple as possible for all my new coaches. I didn't get that when I first started. My coach left me like 3 months into it. And I had to figure this out all on my own. It wasn't until like almost a year into it that my coach that I have now took me under her wings. And that's when I started to flourish. And so it does make a difference having a mentor and someone to help you. But, it also takes heart. And for me, I had heart, even though I didn't know what I was doing. So that's
you were determined.
I was determined. And I tell people, I don't want anybody to go through what I went through that first year. I want people to know it's simple and just know what to do. They can get in, start making their money, start providing for their family, and start growing. That's my goal. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're a godsend.
All right. Well, I will let you go, and then we could talk offline. And for anyone else who is interested in figuring out what the best time for them is, we'll talk offline as well, and we can get you started. So I hope you guys have an amazing week, and stay in touch.